All right, guys, we're now going to start in on some projects featuring the Perfectly Plaid bundle, which is, of course, the stamp set and coordinating punch, which I love. So for this one, we are going to use, actually, for this card, I should say, we're going to use a 1.5-inch strip of the Perfectly Plaid, or I'm sorry, the Toile Tidings paper. Okay, so I want the green pattern, excuse me, and then I'm going to take my triple banner punch and just punch the end of that. And I just cut the full 6-inch length, and then I will just trim off the excess. So we'll put this on our card here. So I've got this kind of centered up like so, and then I'll just trim off that excess at the top. All right, I'm going to fold my garden green card base, and I put my bone folder away. I kind of clean up in between these. Sometimes I get cleaning a little too much. Okay, now you also have a large stitched square that I've die cut from Very Vanilla, and we're going to take and punch the tree out of this. Now, the best way to get this to work is to stick your shape on a Post-it note. That works really well. And then we're just going to kind of center this in like so. We want to make sure, actually, I'm going to do this first. I'm going to stamp the sentiment at the very bottom. Now, my sentiment is from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set, and I'm going to stamp this in Cherry Cobbler. Real Red works just fine also. It says, "Lots of love at Christmas." And if I stamp this at the very bottom, then I will be able to kind of gauge where my tree goes on here. Okay, so I'm just kind of centering this up. And we want to make sure that we just don't see any stitches way at the top. And boom, that looks fantastic. Okay, so that Post-it really helps get that on there. All right, then I'm going to flip this over and I'll put a few dimensionals on here. We'll put 2 here and 2 here. I don't want them at the very top, but I don't want them at the very bottom either. Now I've got a little square of garden green cardstock. And if you wanted, you could even stamp one of the trees in this on that garden green. But what you want to do, unlike what I've done here, is you want to do it so that that edge doesn't peek out the top. Okay, so there we go. I just snipped it off a little and we're all good. All right, I will go ahead and adhere this to my card like so. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this to my card base. Do you like my zigzags? And then I'll add my little punched heart. Now this is from that little set of 4 punches that coordinates with the stamp set that's in the holiday catalog. But any little heart will do. A heart punch would be so sweet with this. Now, if you don't have the tree set, you probably have a tree punch, or we've had several punches over the years, or a tree set from over the years. Feel free to substitute that in here. You could also do an ornament. That would be cute. You could stamp the moose. That would be really cute on this too, because it, the color scheme is kind of perfect for that. I'm also going to do one last thing to this, and that is add some ribbon. Okay, so I'm just going to take my ribbon and tie this on along the side. And I love this red ribbon. It's from the annual catalog, not the holiday catalog. And the beauty of this is it ties pretty nice. And there's some curly ribbon in the holiday catalog, and honestly, I don't like it that much because it ravels horribly. I mean, it's cute, but it really ravels. So it's kind of a pain to work with, to be completely honest. You did not hear me say that, though. So that's why I kind of like this ribbon a little better. So there's a fun little touch to that to make it extra festive.